Thursday Thunder.
Yes.
25th of November.
25th of November, of course, yeah. Last week of spring.
Last week of spring. It's been a really wet and coolish spring.
And it's going to continue that way through to summer.
Yeah, the next week's going to be really nice. So
Starting from today, 23, I believe it is.
Yeah, I think in the next 7 days, trivial information, Adelaide's going to have, I think, averaging 24, 25 every day.
This has made me want to get like a green screen, because I could have put like a weather report behind it instead, like a really bad one. I was going to get a green screen, that'd be a good idea.
Green screen?
Yeah.
You could have all sorts of
Exactly, we could
backgrounds.
be on a beach, just because, why not? It could be wherever Ari wants to put us.
He could like put the products on the green screen behind us.
Here's an idea. Ari, get to it.
Yeah.
We'll be in the bottom left-hand corner. It's just going to be one product.
Anyway,
Okay.
What's been happening?
What's been happening? I'm feeling very skinny at the moment.
Okay.
And one of those days where I feel strong, but I don't want to train.
All right, let's get to it. Shop talk.
Yes.
All right. New products. Legit Aminos, Legit Recovery, which is a brunch chains and essential aminos and hydration electrolyte formula.
Yes, it's actually very, very good for very, very balanced formula as well. And the best thing for me is they have increased the amount of just BCAAs, because leucine being the most anabolic amino acid. When EAAs, it is a lot lower, just to make everything balanced. But with adding a little bit of BCAA into it, it's going to make a lot more bang for your buck. But that's BCAA and EAA, not just BCAA by itself.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. And it's got the legit, the hydration formula of coconut water and some sodium chloride.
Yep.
So it's a very basic, standard, good formula.
It's basic.
It's a, so we're looking at a 30-gram serve.
Yep, and this is actually...
16-gram serve, 30 serves. So 16 grams of amino acids.
Yeah, that's actually mixed in a bottle right there. So it's completely colourless.
So you've got there the mango flavour. I've tried it already. I
love mango. So
yeah.
It's bang on for me.
Show that again. So that's completely clear.
Completely clear. There you go. Yeah. There you go.
Yep.
Look at that.
Yeah. So there's no artificial colours or sweeteners. Oh no, it does have some sucralose in there.
Yeah, well, that's okay.
Yeah. Espinal, that is available now. $59.95. So there's 30 serves. Comes in a grape, mango, and a red raspberry.
Yep.
Legit Sups is an Australian company. We've had their Legit Edge pre-workout for a while, which is selling really well. Lots of repeat customers. I like it. It's one of those good pre-workouts, not over-steamed, no crash, feel really good. So check that out. So this is an addition to their product, and they are coming out with a Legit pump.
Good.
So apparently that is not far away.
Yep.
So always keen to support good Australian companies, available now in store and online.
There we go. Excellent.
Faction Labs has introduced their 12th flavour.
Yes.
So it is in the disorder range. So it's the brown sugar.
Yep.
I reckon put up a picture here.
Yeah,
or maybe there.
If you had a green screen, it'd be all over.
Yep. So currently, as per their release, they do a free shaker with every tub.
Yep.
So that is available until stocks are sold out.
Yeah.
So $69.95, 50 serves. It's still the best value pre-workout.
It is,
on
and
the
it's
market.
still one of the best pre-workouts on the market.
Yes. Yeah. And it is by far our best-selling pre-workout. It would outsell everything else that we sell. I would say like
2 to 1.
Like 4.3 to 1.
Jeez. Okay then.
Yeah.
All right then.
Yep.
I would say exactly.
Now the brown sugar flavour is a peached iced tea.
Yes.
We're going to talk about disorder a little bit later on. So we're going to give you some really, really cool information. Not.
What do you think? That's really no. Come on.
Back in stock, along with the brown sugar, all the flavours of disorder are back in stock except golden shower.
Yes.
So otherwise, every other flavour is back in stock. Amino Energy Sparkling RTDs, all flavours came back in stock this week as well. It's amazing how much we sell of those drinks. I know I talk about it all the time, but every morning we have to restock the fridge at the shop, get it all nice and full, and by the end of the day, it's been decimated.
Yeah, if I could put a ratio between what sells here compared to the other one, we have probably a 5 to 1.
Yeah, 5.6.
Okay, let's be specific. 0.6 of a can is extra, right? But yeah, so you're more closer to 5.5 cans.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, all right.
We had our shop refit, we talked about that last week, and we got that done. So that was all done. That was a hectic 4 days. So we started on Friday, basically tore out all the carpet. We had to take everything off the shelves, move the shelves into the middle of the floor back to back, put everything back on the shelves, because then on Saturday, David, our good friend David from the gym here, came and painted the shop. Then we had to take everything off one shelf, move it all over to one side, because on Sunday morning the flooring guys came in and they did half a shop. Then we had to put the shelves back on the side where the flooring was made, put everything back on the shelves there, take everything off the shelf on the other side, put it in front of the other side,
disassemble that shelf,
then disassemble it, clean everything out from the other side of the shop, so that on Monday morning at 7 a.m. the flooring guys came in and did that other side. Then we had to reassemble that shelf and put everything back on the side. So yeah, I must admit, after those 3 or 4 days, I was destroyed every day.
I bet you were. I bet.
All done. Come and check it out. Looks really good. Ari is a little bit disappointed though.
Why?
Because he's had regular customers come in now this week and haven't said nothing.
Okay.
Like the shop looks totally different. Everything is in different spots. It's all painted. We've got a feature wall at the back. Brand new TV, which is twice the size of the one that was on there. And nobody's noticed anything.
So that's what the product.
I'm not saying nobody, but some people don't notice anything.
So if you go there from now, just go, wow, Ari, what a nice shop you have now.
Yeah, just go in there and make a huge big deal about the shop refit. So that's all done. I got a question here from Daniel.
Hi, Daniel.
Daniel's asked a few questions from us, so big shout out to Daniel. But
Daniel.
he's got his question. My question for today's TT is, why is there often a focus on cutting out specific macros such as carbs or fats within the diet, as opposed to a balance of all the macros and ultimately controlling overall calories to achieve weight loss? Why is it marketed this way?
Because it's easier.
What's easier?
It's easier. People assume it's easier if they cut out one particular macronutrient.
Well, yeah, I think the whole calories in versus calories out is becoming more accepted now. I think, compared to a few years ago. I think everyone now, pretty much all the trainers, everyone understands that to lose body fat, you need to be in a calorie deficit.
Yes, exactly.
Some people still keep pushing that, I think, because they want to maybe see themselves as being really technical.
But
it can't be something that's simple. But ultimately, every diet works because it puts you into a calorie deficit. So if you go with a normal, you keep eating what you are doing now, and you make every meal you've done maybe 20% smaller, what's going to happen? You're going to have 20% less calories at the end of the day. You're going to put yourself, unless you are eating way over your calorie maintenance, you should be putting yourself into a calorie deficit, and you should lose weight eating exactly what you're doing now without changing it.
But that's what, it's also, some of these diets are not sustainable in the long run, just because you will go into mineral and micronutrient deficiency by taking out one particular
I'm a big believer that the human body was designed to function on protein, fats and carbs.
Exactly it. By cutting one out, you can have an onslaught of like other symptoms. Like for instance, if you do keto, for instance, if you've never done ketogenic diet before, that's where you're essentially eliminate out most of your carbohydrates, maybe like 10%, fill the rest up with protein and fat. You can have something called the keto flu, the keto cough, the keto rash, where people assume like, oh, I've just got a flu. And then they go the next week, they've lost 12 kilos. Let's just put a stupid number out there. And then they stick with the assumption, they go, oh, it's carbohydrates that are making me fat. And as that time goes on, you'll find out they might end up plateauing and then feeling flat. So obviously you can make these diets very mineral and micro deficient. So freaking bikes, man.
I mean, I think it's just, it could be a lack of education, which is very different to what they're trying to push you, because they're trying to push themselves as highly educated.
Yeah.
That it's more than just calorie deficit. Now, in certain situations, I think it can be.
Very much so.
Yeah, and I think in certain situations you might need to adjust to those major macronutrients. You might be having way too many carbohydrates, not enough protein, way too much fats, etc. That doesn't mean you eliminate one of them. You just bring them down into the right.
Yeah.
So, why is this happening? Well, I think that's what we said. There's some dietitians want to make themselves, I think, look like they're more educated.
Yep.
Like making the human psyche seems to always be something that you must overcomplicate something that's really easy.
Yes.
We had weight training, we've spoken about that. It's pretty simple to build muscle, and it's pretty simple to lose body fat. It really is. Most of the hard work ends up being in here.
Yeah.
That makes it hard.
Yes, yes it is.
Yep. That's it. Did you have anything else to
I
add?
get no questions.
No?
I get nothing.
You said something on our chat, you had something in comparison.
Oh, so no, this is something I saw this morning. So I don't know when you went to school, Kimo, but there was always like a particular kid that will get dressed up as something different and give them like a role. Like you are now, like you hold the door for people, you do that sort of stuff. You make roll call and that sort of stuff. And it took me back to my childhood when you'd have like SRC, which is like school representatives, like class representatives, and you have it at the end of the week. And the class representative always gets given like a hat or a vest or something to show like, this is who I am in that class. I saw a COVID marshal this morning wearing inside these like see-through plexiglass glasses, a big yellow brimmed hat, red clothes, and a yellow jacket. And this reminded me, it took me up to school, I'm like, he's like in Lily's class. That was my comparison. I just find like, it's just funny how it's like everyone's assigned these roles now, and it's really funny.
Well, you need full PPE because COVID's here.
COVID can see you.
COVID's coming.
Oh, yeah.
There was something else I just wanted to... Did you see that Cedric McMillan?
Yes.
Now, this got taken... Have you actually read the thing and what happened?
He had a COVID infection, but people
what happened is that, he put up a post saying... Oh, no, he didn't put up a post.
Someone else did. Trigilli.
Yeah, I think he was the one who put up the post and saying that Cedric McMillan, and this happened apparently back in June.
Yep.
May, June. Cedric McMillan had a heart issue that nearly killed him. Now, what I want to go into, like, if you had a look on Aussie Muscle Asylum, someone put up that whole, if you go read the thread, it turned into a COVID vaccine argument.
Yeah, I know.
You know, that it's the vaccine is causing this, and I don't want to go into anything, but it was really funny. Everyone forgot about Cedric McMillan nearly died about it. Now, apparently what happened was that Cedric caught COVID.
Yes.
Ended up in hospital, which caused a massive heart inflammation. And at one stage, he was apparently at death's door.
There you go.
According to his words. Nothing to do with the vaccine. Well, he technically has. He caught COVID, which hospitalised him. Yeah, I thought that was just... But they all made it sound like he had a heart attack last week. No, this was back in June, and he didn't have a heart attack. He had complications arising from catching COVID.
There you go.
And that's one of the reasons, because he said in that stay in hospital he lost 30 pounds. And he's put half of it back on, which is hence why he pulled out of the Arnold Classic. And then when he did compete at the other couple of shows, he didn't do really well because he was downsized.
Yes. There you go. The easiest way to lose body fat is to catch COVID. Coupled with a low-fat diet.
All right, we're going to talk about a little bit of trivia here, and now we've mentioned this before, that whenever you buy or if you ever buy a product, Faction Labs Disorder, have a look next to the flavour, there's always a number. Now we've talked about that these numbers apparently have some sort of reference to a world event at some stage.
And if you're not thinking that way, you're going to need something like, blue 42. It's like, blue, like 42 is the number of blue, like for an artificial flavour or colour. that is not the case.
No, it's not the case. What happens is, and I have spoken to Warren Clampett, who is our Faction Labs representative, and he says that the owner of Faction Labs is a bit of a quirky guy and likes to put a little bit of riddles and stuff. So all the products are numbered. And now this is directed at Faction Labs, because the rest of you think, it's pretty
conspiracy theory,
useless trivia, but interesting. So my to Faction Labs, if we've got this spot on, we deserve a prize.
I think so.
So Faction Labs, if you could then comment when Ari posts a video, and just let us know if we were close. Or if we were out, or if we were spot on. But we think we are spot on. So, all right.
Mine is to the owner of Faction Labs. If you're going to do these, make them harder.
Well, there was a couple you were stumped.
There was a couple, yes. There was a couple. But okay, so we're going to start with we'll start from top to bottom. So we have.
So Ari, if you want to put up a picture of the product, and maybe even a reference to the flavour that it actually is, as we talk about it. So the first one, brown sugar. So first one is brown sugar. It's number 71, and we did speak about that. That is a peached iced tea flavour. All right. So what's that 71 reference to?
So I was thinking immediately, like, that song "Brown Sugar" from Rolling Stones. So I was like, hang on a bit. Okay, I'm onto something. What year was Brown Sugar released? Turns out it was in 1971.
In 1971, Rolling Stones released their single Brown Sugar. Now, I think we're spot on with this one.
Okay, so the next one was Yellow Fever, number 89. So this one was a little bit up in the air for me still, but I'm thinking I'm on the right track. So Yellow Fever was obviously like a parasitic virus that destroyed Africa in the 15th, 16th, 17th century. It died out because it went dormant. But in 1989, it broke out again in Trinidad and Tobago, and that was the last time it's ever been noticed. So I think Yellow Fever 89 is a reference to that yellow fever breakout in Africa in that time.
Well, that makes sense. Like it makes perfect sense. Yeah. All right, the next one is, and you've left them. Oh, this one doesn't have a number.
No, this is the next one. This was Golden Shower.
So he's tried to throw us off here.
So this is Golden Shower BC.
Which is the lemon flavour.
Okay. So first off, when you Google Golden Shower, disable everything and have fun. No, don't
turn on parental control.
Turn on parental block. But Golden Shower BC, however, I had to scroll through a fair bit from this, and I think again I'm spot on. So in British Columbia, BC, in Canada, there was a small town named Golden. Now this little town in British Columbia, Golden, was actually showered with meteor fragments. It got so bad that one woman nearly died because as she was sleeping, a fragment of that meteor shower went right through her roof next to her head.
So the meteor shower was referred to as the Golden Shower. because it was in Golden?
It was in Golden. It was a meteor
shower. In Golden,
shower.
British Columbia, Canada, hence BC. A meteor shower. So I think we're pretty spot on with that one as well.
So this was one of my personal, I've got a few here that are very interesting. So Rainbow Warrior 85. Now that was the what flavor was that? Popsicle or?
Well, you keep talking and I'll bring up the flavor.
So Golden Shower 85. So this was actually really, if the first thing you look at, if you Google Rainbow Warrior, the first thing you'll notice is a ship. Now, in 1985, the Greenpeace flagship called the Rainbow Warrior was actually sunk off the port of Auckland, New Zealand. And that was I think the reference to. Rainbow Warrior 85, this ship was sunk. However,
it's a bubblegum ice cream flavour.
However, this Greenpeace ship was on its way to Mororoa to actually peacefully protest a nuclear test off the coast of New Zealand.
That's right. Well, I can actually. You might be too young to remember.
That was 6 years mine.
It was also sanctioned. I can remember when this happened because this was massive international. Because the French government.
Yeah, this is actually sanctioned by the French government.
They actually ordered the sinking of the Rainbow Warrior.
Yes. So that's what
you can imagine that it was international news.
Yes.
And I think we're spot on with that one as well.
Good. All right. Blackfire 01.
Oh no, you missed one.
Oh, sorry. Pink Bits,
Again,
73.
disable your activate
block?
parental control.
Yep. Pink Bits 73. So this was, I think, it was another. It didn't dawn on me just yet, but I thought the first thing I thought was Pink Bits was Pink Floyd.
Yep.
Now, in 1973, Pink Floyd released their album Dark Side of the Moon, which is still one of the highest selling albums of all time.
All time.
So
exactly
Pink
right.
Bits is an homage to the Pink Floyd releasing their album in
Pink
1973.
Floyd, Pink Bits, 1973.
Yep.
We're spot on, I think, on here as well.
Okay, Blackfire 01. Now, I thought this was 1901. I was wrong.
This is where I sort of
This is
said,
where you
how
helped
about
me,
you try 2000?
Yes, so Blackfire 01. So this was a reference to in 2001. Does anyone remember Black Christmas at all? That just ravaged, Sydney, in New South Wales, all up to ACT.
Yeah.
This was called Black Christmas on 2001. So Blackfire 01, Forest Fire, Black Christmas 2001.
100 bushfires burnt out of control that started in the Blue Mountains and went far as the ACT. This is now known as Black Christmas. Blackfire 2001.
Yep.
I think we got that one.
Cool. All right, so Blue Pearl 41. This was candy bomb flavored. Now this again, I think I'm on the right track. I don't think I'm 100% correct,
No,
but this is the
I'd
best
say
thing I could think of.
We are on track. Spot on.
Yeah. So Blue Pearl 41. So first off, in 1941, Japan bombed Pearl Harbor. This has spurred the entrance to the United States into World War I. But in 2001, there was a American diary called American Diary Goodreads, published a book called Janie G. Blue. And this was a story written from the perspective of a Hawaiian teenager during 1941 when the candy bomb, dropped.
Okay. So, yeah.
Yep. Janie
Blue
G.
Pearl, Pearl Harbor, 1941.
Janie G. Blue.
Candy bomb flavour, bombs falling out of the sky.
Yep.
I think we're spot on.
All right, so that's six or something? So 7 so far.
Yep.
Okay, Orange Firm number 72. Now this
Yeah,
again,
orange flavour.
Yeah, orange flavour. Yeah. So I was, agent, like it was Orange Firm. I thought it was 71.
Yeah.
Because I read it as 71, not 72. So I went to 71 first, nothing. But then I found something called Agent Orange.
Yep.
Do you remember this? Do you know what this is at all?
Yeah,
So
I remember this.
So
this was also a big
Yeah.
thing back in, it most probably perpetuated in the late 70s, early 80s, when returned servicemen started getting sick.
Yes. So from 1962 to 1971, the United States dropped payloads of a certain substance they called Agent Orange. Now, this chemical was actually a concoction of just pesticides and herbicides, and the point was to kill off the forestation.
Yeah.
So they
the
couldn't
vehicle
hide.
can't hide.
But
Exactly right. It was a really, really potent. Is it a herbicide? Is that what
Yeah,
it's
it's a
called?
herbicide.
Yeah.
But the most interesting thing, so I thought, Orange Firm 72 is a homage to Agent Orange. However, I did a bit more digging, and apparently there is actually an action lawsuit against Monsanto, Boyle and Kale.
Yeah.
At the moment, that's gone through as of January this year, where they're all being held personally responsible for crimes against humanity. They're set to go on trial sometime, and it's called the Orange Firm. There's several firms.
Well, based on that, I think we're spot on as well.
All right, next one, Purple Rain 07.
Now, with this one, we actually had to think about it.
Yeah. Because there was several.
You said you were struggling with this one, and I started searching, and I think we both came on this pretty much at the same time, and that was the only sort of thing that we could find.
We originally thought Purple Rain 07 was when Prince passed away.
Yeah.
Because Purple Rain, the song, Purple Rain, and it's spelled R-E-I-G-N, as in you own something.
But he passed away in 2016.
Yes, so that was on the that was wrong. But in 2007, Prince performed in the Super Bowl halftime show in the pouring rain.
Yeah, and Prince used to wear purple.
Yes,
and hence Purple Rain.
Purple Rain.
I think we're spot on there. Yep.
Okay, next one, Green Haze 1986.
This was another one you had a bit of trouble because you were looking at 1886.
Yeah, I was looking at everything, because if you look at Green Haze 86, you're going to find weed strains, and nothing to go towards like haze and that's what was stuck on, that word haze. Why are they using the word haze? I thought of purple, like smoke in the water, purple haze. You know who does that? I think it's them. But you came along and you just started looking a bit more in depth. And in 1986, Chernobyl's 4th nuclear reactor exploded. And that caused, radiation.
I can remember the radiation clouds on media was depicted as a green haze.
Yeah.
Moving across Europe.
Yeah. So I think we're
spot
both
on.
1986, Chernobyl's
we're confident that we're spot on.
Okay. White snow, 93. Now this, I think everyone got the whole thing. Oh, white snow, Snow White. That's funny. Ha 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 ha. But White Snow 93. In 1993, Snow White.
Their cola flavour, isn't
Yes.
it? Yes.
Snow White was remastered for the newer generation for the very first time. So, Snow White, 1993, remastered. White Snow, 93.
Yep. Yep.
Last but not least, this was the most glaring, obvious one to me because, hey, we all liked it. First off, you get the word Red Russian.
Undoubtedly the most popular flavour in the disorder flavours.
Yeah, but it's called Red Russian because Red Russian is also a drink. It's a cocktail now.
Yep.
But it also was the name of a back in what was it? So like communism.
Yep.
Communist days, so that sort of stuff. But the USSR disbanded in 1991, and they were known as the Red Army.
Yep.
So, Red Russian, Russians wear red. 1991, done.
There you go.
Yep.
You guys have now learned history.
Yep.
You've learned a lot about Faction Labs owner.
Yep.
Bit of a quirky guy. Mm-hmm. So, to Faction Labs, I'd say 99.9% that we are correct.
Yep.
And we deserve a prize.
A life-size disorder. Yeah.
That's it. We're done. Thanks guys for tuning in. As per normal, this episode is brought to you by Australian Muscle and Australian Muscle the Gym and Australian Muscle Online.
Yeah, with free Australia delivery.
You can get your disorder and we will send it free of charge around the country.
Yep.
Thanks guys. Thanks for tuning in. You want us to talk about anything, maybe something a little bit more interesting than this?
Well, this is very interesting. This is so interesting.
It actually is pretty cool on the connections of everything and the flavours and the colours of the product on the labels, everything how he's done it.
Yep.
So there's gone some planning into this. It's not just haphazard.
Nah.
So well done, Faction Labs. Congratulations on having the best-selling pre-workout in the country. I'll say that without a doubt around the country. If you haven't tried Disorder, try it out. 50 serve, $69.95, 12 interesting flavours.
Yep.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.
Ta-ta.
Bye.